Girlfriend show. Yes. Oh, how I missed the show for one full week. I've not been on the show. I know, right? I know, right? Yes. Here in the studio with me is myself, Martha, of course, and Sugar Zaddy. Damn, it's so great.
You're talking about the girlfriend show as if it's not the girlfriend with the boyfriend.
Yes, I was going to say that. the girlfriend's boyfriend, exactly. Danny Sucre, looking all fresh and black. And yes, of course, my personal person, Olububus, right here with me.
I'm telling you,
and yes, today it's a special edition.
Exactly.
A very special one because we have a very special person right here. And she's all smiling and she's so beautiful. Guys, you have no idea. Go straight to the YouTube channel. Go straight to YouTube channel, yes, to Twitter, to TikTok, to Facebook and Instagram. We're streaming live and it's at Eagles FM Abuja. If you are not in Abuja and you like to be a part of this conversation, you have a friend that you want to be a part of the conversation, yes, do visit our website at www.eaglesfm.com or download our app on iOS and Play Store. Back to my special guest.
You know, you guys are talking about, how beautiful she is.
Yes.
I think I should.
Okay.
By right,
revalidate it.
I should have broken this down.
Okay. So,
but for security reasons, we'll just leave it.
Okay. Well, say something.
Say something. Just say something.
How to start, right?
There's one cliche I want to use.
Let me tickle you guys a bit. She's got dimples.
Yeah.
She goes very perfect and she's just smiling. She's brown skin. Okay, let's not make her blush too much, guys. We have Dr. Munirat Antoleki of the Big Brother,
Yep,
she's in the building. Yes, drum rolls. Oh, it's the girlfriend show.
To the boys.
Yes. So she's an educator, an entertainer, and entrepreneur. Dr. Munirat Antoinette Lekki, popularly known as Anto Lekki, sprung to fame after being a semi-finalist on the 2018 season of Big Brother Nigeria. Before entering the Big Brother Nigeria house, she was the head of operations for the Continental Basketball League. That's a big one. Yes, and the first private basketball league in Nigeria. Currently, she's an actress, a host, and an influencer. Is that more that we should know?
Question I'll ask is the doctor, medical PhD,
honorary PhD. So no, I did not sit in school for 6 to 8 years or what.
Okay.
But someone out there felt like I probably would have done that anyway. It just saves me distress.
No, it's still not beans. It's still not beans.
It's not.
You don't just get that.
We don't even have the honorary or we don't even have the one that went to school. Even the masters that we're doing, we have been dragging the masters.
We have been dragging these things. It's even finish it.
So it's still not beans. Yeah. Good one. Big up to you. And all the things you've been doing outside the house. Maybe we should just flash a touchlight on sorry things that you've been involved in outside the house. How's the movie career been for you?
Yeah. Good. Actually, so I was telling someone recently, I actually took a little bit of a break last year just because I wanted to try different things. I feel like in life sometimes we just feel like we have to just follow one path or we just need to be great at one thing. I just like to try things and figure it out. So I took a little break at the beginning of last year, but I ended up actually doing 2 projects towards the end of last year. I'm actually currently still in cinemas in Giacomo. I'm in Giacomo, which is also in cinemas in Nigeria and in the US and in the UK. So please, wherever you are in the world, if you have access to Giacomo, please go and watch it.
Okay.
And I will be doing a little bit more films this year as well. I actually just, got booked my first international acting role. So I'm actually going back to the US to film a project.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit more projects this year. And I'm hopefully towards the end of this year or towards next year, I want to start being more behind the scenes and kind of producing. So let's see.
I think that's the big league for that now. Start having your own movie.
Exactly.
And
a producer.
Yeah. I was asking, who's looking at those movies in the cinemas, stuff like that.
That's great. I just met Anto, and have you heard she's doing a professional movie. She's now in the international scene. Do you get Anto? I beg. Okay.
Well, big ups, doing a good one.
Really nice, awesome.
All right, so this is the girlfriends with the boyfriend, and there's a lot we're having here. A lot of conversation on the table. and maybe Martha will do the honors
Yeah.
of letting us know one of those
Sure.
conversations.
Let us
And
know.
get your take on this.
Sure.
And that would drive the rest of the conversation.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so there's this podcast video that has been everywhere, and of course, it's Nadu. Yes. And he was talking about how
I thought you won't bring that up first.
Wait,
Come
no.
on.
You know we're going to talk about it. It's good to have it firsthand, And I mean, say he for she, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a he for shit.
And
Bro.
yes, and I'm all about the girls doing the big things, right? And when someone tries to talk that down, it gets to me a certain kind of way because I know my struggle. Everybody knows their struggle. So when someone is now trying to portray that or project that struggle in a very bad light, it comes off to me. Even if it's not about me, I get really angry about it and all of that. So he was talking about how most of the celebrities we have in Nigeria, especially I think he was talking about the big Nigerians, the finalists, the actresses. So he was talking about how most of them just get that fame and don't really have money for it, and then they use their bodies to sustain that fame up there or to keep that up there. That came across, that came up to me in a certain kind of way. Since we have somebody here that we could hear from firsthand, let's hear from you, Anto. What's your take on this?
I would say that I don't think any type of work is soft work. Everyone is working and they're doing whatever they need to do to move ahead. So when it comes to this particular conversation of, sex for work or what have you, what often upsets me in this conversation or in any conversation is that the woman is always at fault. So even before I go into that, I don't believe that every single celebrity or every single person on earth or what have you is getting paid for sex or whatever. I don't believe that's true, right? And they're now twisting the situation. If I'm dating someone and he's a billionaire, I'm expecting to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But now for some reason we're now playing that it's you're only dating billionaires because of this, or it's becoming too convoluted or what have you. So I don't believe that every single person out in the world or every single woman is sleeping with someone for money or is being paid. Let me use the right English. I don't believe that every single female celebrity is being paid for sex.
Okay.
Some may happen to be blessed with a billionaire boyfriend who's taking care of them, which is fine. Nothing's wrong with that. It is what it is. There's also men who we can also say are sleeping for sex. I mean, why is it only the woman that's always being that?
Yeah, men are taken care of.
Precisely. Or even besides that, why is it that there's always why is it that there's always the woman that's at fault for sleeping with men for money? What about the men that are paying for the service?
Yes.
Because you cannot be paid for something if there's not a customer. So remember, one of my colleagues there said, customer can be husband. What I would have said that is, you cannot sell something if there's not a customer. That is that's my stance. We always want to blame the woman for whatever the hell the woman is doing. But what about the person that is so-called receiving this service? What about the person who is paying for this? You cannot be paid for sex if there's not someone that
who's
you're
paying
having
for
sex
it.
with. That person is paying you. So why are we always blaming the person who is looking for? Are we not hungry?
Yeah,
Are we not
we're all
looking for
hungry,
money?
of
But
course.
someone is so-called having sex for money, but somebody's paying them. Why are we never talking about this person? And if we want to point to what Nadu happened to say during this conference, I think he started off with, I saw my friend with two kinikon, something like that.
Yeah.
But for me, I've always been told birds of a feather. What kind of friends do you have?
Of
that
course,
pay for sex? What kind of person are you? If you're friends with someone who's
paying for sex,
what
yes.
do you do behind closed doors when you're not on the podcast? That's a good question. So I want us to stop. We need to stop this. Let's not mind what people are doing in their homes. Mind your own business. Face your front.
But but is this face of front now that's made out of us to just be on our own, and then your neighbor can be in danger, and you really.
That's
No, this face your front is this one is.
Look, we're trying to do perspective with face your front, but when it's negative, don't face your front. When that's do it, because again, let's talk about one of the issues that come, especially in the entertainment industry, which you were actively part of. There seems to be a trend of the females growing or having some level of financial affluence,
Much
more than the men, especially when you know that the males are even churning out more movies
I don't believe that.
than these females. The statistics.
Okay, so
How long did it take someone like a Yul Edochie to own a Benz? how long? I mean, he's a family man.
Okay.
He's got wife and
And
kids.
that's the reason. So you just
You
answered your
understand?
question.
He's spending.
Thank you.
How
He's
long-
spending somewhere.
You just answered your question.
But again, we have
has
young
so
female
many more
artists, young female
expenses.
actresses who are throwing up.
If we're looking at
bands.
the stereotypical Nigerian climate, the male has so
More-
many more expenses than
The
so he
person
does
paying
not-
that woman that
so he
money,
does not
does he
have-
have wife and other people too?
That's excess.
Look, let's say me and you, right? Me. I don't really know your home story right now, but like
Yes.
stereotypically, right?
Yes.
Let's just put it out there.
Yes.
Say we go act the film, we get paid the same amount for the film, right? Your parents will probably ask you for money first before my parents. My mother will go to my brother first, probably before she goes. Is the
To
truth?
you. That's how it.
So automatically, 50K of whatever they paid you is already gone. While me, I was able to save my 50K.
So you're saying that the bills on the man is more?
It's the truth.
It's how he spends his money.
Maybe we don't know, but that's how men make it seem. You guys make it seem like you're spending so much on your families. I don't know. I'm not a man. I can only base on my own experiences and what I have been told.
Yeah.
Men make it seem like they're spending money from morning to night. If that's not true, people should be
Money
telling us.
to night. He said he's spending from morning till night.
On side chick, or spending on main
So the side chick you're spending on.
So
Did
it's
you?
no, it's not, it's
Yes.
yes. For example, even if they say right now, everyone is talking about, oh, young women are making more money or what have you. Let me give you the basic reason, right? Say we're talking because it's influencers that everyone's talking about. Okay,
That's what I was asking.
Let me explain.
How big is
No,
influencing?
let me explain to you.
It's
It is. It's because in Nigeria we diminish people's talent. Abroad, do you know that people have left their banking jobs, they've left their financial jobs to become influencers because they're cashing out. In
Yes.
Nigeria, it's very possible. Let me explain to you, especially why it's easier for a woman to cash out. First of all, we have the fashion industry. More women are interested in fashion than men
course.
are.
Yeah.
So as an influencer, you can make more money from wearing clothes than a man can. It's plain and simple. It is what it is. For men, you can wear your white native every single day. No one will say that you look ugly. But a woman, we need to at least wear morning.
things,
What we wear to
colours.
office is different than what we wear to the night.
Yes.
If you have a person that's good at influencing, that she's already cashed out from the entertainment, from the fashion industry, makeup. People don't wear makeup, Abby. But we have
Oui.
makeup artists.
Yes.
We have people that tie gilly.
Different
We have
things.
so many things that a woman
And
can
they're
replicate in
multitasking.
You get my point. Let's talk about skincare.
Ah.
All these beauty, all these.
Do you
soaps.
guys-
How
you
many?
do.
How many of you are promoting that?
Anto,
line of
roast me,
product?
I'm your barbecue.
No, it's your wife. That's okay. You
I'm
like.
your barbecue.
No, because they keep saying this
Yes,
thing as if there's
yes.
enough concrete evidence as to how a woman can potentially make more money than a
But
man.
the point here is that other young ladies who come into this kind of crap and think that is a get rich quick scheme.
Well.
That's the fault.
And we know that, I mean, yes, the bills, but we know that some extra things that go on behind the scenes.
There are people that. There are people that pay for these things.
That diminish hard work.
No.
No, there are ladies who work hard.
Yes,
I mean,
we have them.
they're celebs in the industry, female celebrities who you know, these ones have grown through the ranks. They work really, really hard. There's some who have spent less than 5 years in the industry and they're homeowners and they're balling beds.
You don't know what they're doing
No, even
outside.
besides
That's what we're asking.
No.
What exactly are you doing?
No,
Then it's your
that's
Is
the
this
thing.
your only source of
That's not-
income?
no, that's not the
Is this your
question.
only source of income?
know-
This one. But you know that.
That's the question. Let's just be honest as human beings, right? As human beings, we don't like to see bad or sad stories. We like to see glitz and glam. That's what it is. That's what we like to see.
That's
So
what
when
they
a
sell
person
to
puts
you.
it out there and says they bought a new house, everybody is rushing to that post. But when I say that, oh, I broke my leg or something else, no one's
sure.
sending me. But let's be honest. Look at the stories that people are publicizing. It's not anyone. I can come out there today and say that, oh, it took me how many years to buy what have you. No one wants to hear that story. No one gives a
just to
flying
see
sassafras. They just want to see that I have it. They don't care about the back. Let's be for real. It's only us in this space that we're forming like, oh, people are telling lies or can you call? No. That's what people want to see, my brother. That's what people want to see.
They
The ones
show
that are-
you what you want to
the
see.
stereotypical ones that have been, the people that have been mentioned as people living a lie. See how many followers they have versus how many I have, and tell me what kind of content people want to consume. Tell me. All these so-called people that, and they do have the audacity to mention their names there. See how many followers they have versus me that I came out of Big Brother 5 years ago. Nobody send me. Me, I didn't even say how to match up to my girls over there. Because they're pumping. It is what it is. So it's not that
So
people-
that's what people want
that's what
to
people
want to see.
Let's call a spade. That's what people want to see. People do not want to see hard work. They don't want. Country is hard. We don't want to see story. We don't want to see it. Think about it. Even now, when the minute people start dating or they're in love, people go and rush that kind of story. What's your business with who I'm dating? But people love those. People want to see there's something different than what they're experiencing in their own day to day. People don't want to see the people don't want to see the struggle. They don't want to see
Just the success.
They want to see the success. They don't care how we really reached it. It's only the 1% that's caring about should they sleep or he they sleep or he they push this or
So how true is it that Big Brother gets you to a certain level, you know, builds your brand up there, and then the perception is that a lot of ladies use something else to keep up that brand, because we've seen also people who's gone into Big Brother and out and
there's nothing,
to show for it.
I can't say how true it is because I have never had sex with someone and received remuneration. Okay. I personally have never. Me, I even fine. They call you sugar daddy. Me, I'm fine. I'm tired of working. Don't get me, guys. This is a joke. Please don't go and carry this one.
But it's true, then it's okay. It's true.
Like me personally,
it's
I
true.
have never had sex with someone and have been paid for it. If I happen to have had a boyfriend or a date, whatever, I don't know. But like, if we're talking about one transaction, like as if you go
transaction.
They make it seem like as soon as you finish,
they just give you
close your leg and you open, bring out POS machine. That's how they making it seem like it's so transactional.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So me, I don't know.
But we also know that there are people who have been involved with other people's husbands, and we know those husbands.
But the secret, they don't have to be. Whether they're celebrities or not,
and
they called.
The thing is, the challenge here is the fact that there are a lot of younger ladies who are looking up to the already established ones, who are in public weight, and in a short time they show so much affluence on Instagram, on TikTok, on social media, and these young ladies want to measure up.
Yes,
they don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Yes,
and they don't know what these ladies do. Even those who do genuine work. Let's even leave the other rubbish. Those who do genuine work, you know, and like she said, nobody wants to see the genuine work.
Of course,
they want to just see the glam and all of the TikTok and everything that's going on. But again, later on, some of these girls get called out by the wives of these billionaires, and their receipts of I got you this villa, I got you this Benz, and so return this or leave my husband and stuff. Now, these are the kind of conversations that is around people like this, and they have shown financial progress over a short period of time. And these young girls coming up think that is the way.
That is secret. Let me tell you something. You cannot be rich by sleeping with a man.
No, you can't be.
That is secret.
You know, if you can be.
Let me tell you. Hold on, let me tell you that is secret. Okay. You can't be. How many?
I know babes that
how much?
They're not invested in something else and then I'll continue.
That is secret. Even if they're sleeping with a man to get that money, they need to keep that money going. So they do something.
Yes,
see those young girls, let me tell you, it's people that like shortcuts. Am I not on Instagram? I see people now, they don't even have to be as fine as you are. Do you get? They don't even have to be as fine as you are. They are doing their thing. They are making money. They're cashing out, and you're there doing a very, you are doing the normal job that you're supposed to do. Now, there was a podcast I listened to where it was with Toke and I think Liliafe, and she was talking about how she's wearing a Birkin bag now, and then a very small 16, 17-year-old girl wants to wear a Birkin bag. How is it my fault that a young girl wants to just wear a Birkin bag because she sees me wearing a Birkin bag? There were days when I had to go to Okreka and pick clothes.
Of course.
I wore it with glory.
Yes.
There were days when I picked. Some people pick these things from the thrift store and they wear it with glory. It's not my fault that you pick yours.
Honestly, I want us to just be more realistic with so many things here. He mentioned something about how wives tell, let's say, side chicks to leave their husbands alone. Why are wives not facing their husbands? Who are the ones that are having the sex? Who are the ones breaking the vow? Is it not the husband? Till now, in this Nigeria that I know, I don't know babes that approach men. From my knowledge, it's still men approach.
No, some of us babes approach us actually.
You know what I mean now. It's still the man that is going to approach the babe, meaning the man that's breaking the vow. So why is someone's wife fighting whoever? And again, for me, I think it's so key that we need to, especially as Nigerians, we need to remember something called parenting. We have culture for a reason. I know we're trying to advance using technology. I know we like to advance because of technology or whatever, but parenting, your upbringing matters. A young child should not want to See, a young child can aspire to be like me, but she should not, at her young age, want to have the things that I, Dr. Munirat, of 33 years old, has. You should not want what I have at 16. There's a process.
Yeah.
And that's part of parenting. And it's part of this thing that we call, it takes a village to raise a child. We need to go back to that age. Leave adults to do whatever adults are doing. If we're saying that young girls are wanting to be like us, we need to remind them that there is a process, there's a journey. That's why most of us went to secondary school, then university, then we hustled, then we found what was going to make us money. It's not how? You can't just be 17 and wake up and think you want to go to Morocco in one day or go to Maldives.
In one day.
I know the first time I entered plane with my own money. Do you know I worked for it. You work for it. So if young girls want to now behave the way 30-year-olds are behaving, there's a problem from the home. That's not my responsibility as an influencer or celebrity or what have you. Me, I've worked. However I've worked. But if you're 10 years younger than me and you want to be where I am,
just like that,
it's not even normal.
Grace.
Yeah.
How many graces?
Graces.
But I like what you just said now. But I think with your position, I feel you can say more because people are really looking up onto you. Like, all these little kids, children. So when you put this out there, they know that there's a process. Okay, that means I can't just wake up and be like Dr. Breda one day.
I feel like I put it out there. But again, like we said, right now we're in a space where people don't want to hear my story. They don't want to know that I went to school, I got 2 masters. After that, I hustled for years. I came to Nigeria, I did my IC, I left, I came back, 10 years later, I got doctorate. They don't want to hear that story. That's not the story they want to hear. They want to hear that, after Big Brother, 3 months later, I was driving CLS. That's what they want to hear. Because let me tell you something that happened to me yesterday. It was very, very interesting. I left Big Brother 5 years ago. 5 years it's been since Big Brother. 5 years ago, right? Yeah. I was not the winner, nor was I in the top 5, right? I only won one activity in that house, and what I won was a donation to a school in my village. The reason I'm mentioning all these things, I want everyone to know that I did not leave Big Brother's house with any form of money. I did not win a single kobo from this. I want us to understand that, single kobo. So I came to Abuja yesterday. I was waiting at the car park for my Bolts to arrive. One lady saw me like, isn't that answer from BBN that year? She was like, no, now this early mama, you can't be waiting for Bolts now after Big Brother. That's what she said. That's what she said to me.
To you?
That's what she said to me directly to me. So do you see the pressure? Do you see the undue expectations? Big Brother of 5 years long.
You expect the money to even if you had money.
Even if I had the money in this Nigeria of today, I'm supposed to go and book Prado just because I'm entering Abuja. My boat that was still 7K in this Nigeria. Because I remember when I used to come back, the boat was 3.6 into town. It was 3.6. I spent 7K coming into town yesterday because of Nigeria. But because I went to Big Brother, I'm supposed to so-called have one kind limousine waiting for me. Do you see the undue expectation?
One thing is because of what the entertainment brand has put out.
But you can't put that pressure on somebody.
But we know that when you get into that kind of platform, you're made. Because again, maybe after your set, I can tell you that the lot of politicking that go on with being in the house.
We know that. But let me explain something. That's the reason I said again, people do not want to see the bad stories. Out of every season of Housemates, how many pop after their season? Let's do maths.
Yes. For example, we had Ife here on Friday. Ife was here on Friday and he was pushing his EP and he had a listening party.
That is secret. If it was the winner of his set.
It was the winner of his set.
No, but again, even at that, just to corroborate her story, even at that,
still pushing him.
He's
still hustling and struggling
so hard to come on air to talk about his EP. And it was more like he had gone down after a while. And then I asked him, what's up? It's like when he was behind the scene, he had to get his acts together, putting work in writing his songs and stuff, all of that. And truly, like what she said, I told somebody, okay, so if he's coming through and like, who's Ife? I'm like, and truly, when he came, he was with Bolt. He came with Bolt, So when he came in fact, the guy had to park outside. And I told the guy, no, come inside. I said, no, it's Bolt, let him go. So when he was leaving, I was like, okay, so how are you leaving? Honestly, I was shocked. Said, his car is not here. Okay, but I could drive you guys out. Probably let's get very comfortable and then get a boat. He said, no, he's fine. He'll just sit down and get his boat or whatever it is. They'll come pick him up. And now, yes, that's the expectation. If somebody walks in and just sees him and this guy, I'll be in win.
Boats are you, Seth, you are entering.
My friend literally said, don't mind Nigerians where they walk, but they are telling you how to fly. Yes. That is the problem.
They're trying to see something they don't have in somebody
People
else.
want to, they have expectations of you.
Yeah.
True.
That is the look at the story. That why are we even? Do you understand that we have an election and is it not 20 days? And see the rubbish that we're talking about. Who is not who? What's my business? I haven't seen new notes. I'm a tax-paying Nigerian. I have not seen new notes.
No way.
No, but is this more racket for
Me,
you?
say again. Even that's what I'm saying. Me as per
Deal
all.
like this.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's what I'm trying to say. How bad the country is. Even we get access, we never see them.
Even
Talk less of the.
small boy like me, I have new notes.
I haven't seen them.
It's
I haven't seen them.
I
Just
told you
that-
that it's
as
secret.
I was just paying for my bolts now, 2 of my bank apps didn't go through.
To send me your address. I will come with you.
I'm just trying to like people
what's
don't
the
want
notes?
to.
This
People
is why
don't
we are
want to hear.
called together.
People don't want to hear that kind of story.
Oh,
So let's be
That's
for
the
real
truth.
here. Like people they
Yeah,
like
that's
rubbish.
true.
People like
That's
negative
true.
stories. So
Yeah.
this whole thing of people sleeping with people, we're gonna hear the story for the rest of our life.
Ah.
We'll be in our old age with wheelchair or using crutch. And we still go say person they know. And we will still be hearing this kind of stupid story. People we need to elevate past
Yes,
this thing. It is what it
yes.
is. Some people will sleep for money or whatever that means. Some
Let
people
them-
will do. Some people won't do. Anyhow, just day your day. The one you fit do them. That's it.
Yes.
That's really what it is. Everyone needs to internalize the process.
And
what you can do it. If it's not for you, don't do it. But don't go and start judging the next person. Because there's
What
one.
you feel.
I'm sure there's one scam. If they told you about you fit.
you put your money.
Which one? Yes, we all have what we would potentially do in a bad situation. In a bad situation, we all have what we could potentially do that's not good. So let's stop acting like everyone's holier than thou.
Definitely. That's true.
Guys, if you're just joining us, in Singles 102.3, your radio experience you can count on. I feel like this segment's supposed to be cold room because Anto is quite.
Yes.
Just,
Yes.
you need to see our expressions. What talk about?
No, because I hear this thing all the time.
Yeah.
I wrote it the other day, and it's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Because, especially this Naidu situation, and then on Twitter I was seeing some conversations like, but you guys know it's not all BBN housemates. It's, some of them, this one, that one, and regardless of the matter, I was a BBN housemate. So once you mention something about BBN housemates, regardless if I'm active in that thing, it still affects me because it affects me, affects my brand, affects my friends.
Yes.
And the same way, if a Nigerian person scams an Oyibo person, that Oyibo person now thinks all Nigerians are like that. So I don't like that. I don't like this thing. It annoys me because people are working hard regardless. Regardless of what. Even if someone is only sleeping, it is not easy work. No, I shower and standing out in the night. You think it's safe? You think it's okay to be standing out at midnight?
It's not easy work.
It's not easy work. Let's call it what it is. It's not easy work, and it's not because that person is whatever. It's because they're hungry. They're looking for a way. Especially in this Nigeria, most of those girls probably went to school for all we know.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But Nigeria did not make things easy for them. So let's stop acting like we're freaking saints here. Like everyone's better than the next person. Everyone's doing their best. I promise you. If people felt like they could make their lives work without doing some certain things, they wouldn't do it. Stop sleeping around is the same thing as doing Yahoo. Why are we always talking about women having sex? What about men that are stealing from their neighbor?
The pressure on the woman fault
Right.
is a lot.
2 more conversations before we wrap this up.
I need to agree.
That gist you gave me. At what point?
Okay, yes. I feel like, oh god, today's supposed to be, normally the girlfriend show is very interactive and we get to talk about a lot of things. Today we're going to talk about this set of people that, you just met last week and they want to come over. And they want you to come
Guys
over.
get talking. The vibe is building. The next thing is come over.
Come over. Or, for me, it's a turn off. That's the restaurant.
That's for
This.
you?
Yeah.
It's a turn off.
It's too quick.
How quick?
That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, how quick? That's the question I'm asking.
Day, 2 days, 3 days.
No, maybe let's start with your
4 days.
reaction.
That is
How
too
quick is too
You want
quick?
to put me on the spot?
Let's move.
Let's have it. Let's have it.
Olububus,
Okay, how
quick
quick
is
is
too
it?
quick?
Too quick.
A week.
It's too quick.
Too quick.
It's too quick.
At least
2
in
weeks.
2 weeks you can come over.
No. After a month.
You can come
Okay.
over.
I think
After a month, it's vibe.
comfortable
Let-
enough.
So if you
With that person.
feel
If it's in
comfortable,
a day and
there's
I
no
rest,
duration to feeling comfortable.
I think when I feel at ease with the person,
Of course.
and I know I'm safe.
So
with
even
the
if it takes
person,
6 months,
Yes. True.
okay.
And yes, for me,
That is what.
normally I don't really like to come out. I don't go out normally.
yes.
So it's safer. It's easier for me to ask you to come over.
To
But
your house.
yes,
I don't mind.
no be you. That is right. That's not
I live
necessary.
alone.
Gali Zukre.
Why you ask me like Bujame?
I don't
Do you live alone? No, I stay with my sister. Is she your elder or your younger?
sister.
They say if you say
That's the vibe, no?
it's my younger sister. That means you can come out. What are you doing there?
Oh, what a
That means you can invite
You
me.
can invite me.
These are the things on the street. of
What
Abuja.
time? What time?
That is Sucre.
It's too tight.
That is so great. I don't know, because let me tell you, I can meet you in like 1 week and we vibe crazy.
That's just it. It's the interaction and
Do you
the
get?
vibe.
You have to earn that.
It has nothing to do
Yeah.
with safety here. I know what is saying safety.
And that's it now.
do.
I
When you vibe,
Yeah.
that's the vibe. You
So,
can pick somebody's.
I'm also going to mention. She mentioned comfort, and I'll expand on comfort a little bit more, right? So, safety is not a play. Well, I think we could say safety just in a matter of being raped or something like that. But for example, say let's go back to courting. What courting once was typically is a man will pick you up from your domicile. You guys will go to wherever the place is. He will drop you back off. You'll leave you like that. In that, even just in that picking up and dropping off, he can do anything he wants to.
Sure.
So that's the reason I don't want to use safety, because at any
Anything can
moment,
happen.
anything can happen anywhere.
Okay.
Anything can happen anywhere. For me, what's more important is the person's reaction to you if you decline their invitation.
That's a different question entirely.
No, but because the question was, how soon is too soon? There's no such
Yes.
thing as too soon. It's subjective.
Yeah.
Because like say someone like me, before I became a public figure, maybe I went out on dates more often. But now I'm way more private. I'm way more, because I don't want anyone knowing who I'm with, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So for me, more of my interactions with people typically is
Inside.
indoors rather than
Yeah.
dates, because I don't want people to see me. Do you get my point?
Yes.
So for me, it's a little bit different. More of my setup from the onset now is more of an intimate setting because of how I choose to date now.
So you guys can talk on the phone and get chit chat and build some form of chemistry
Yes.
over time
Into
before we
physical.
cannot have
And
some
chatting does
private.
not just do it. Chatting does not just chatting alone
For
does
you.
not do it for me. Yes,
Yes.
I have to
So
talk
that
to
your
you.
list is long. That's
It's not
chatting
long,
is
then it's okay. No, not chatting.
No, the chatting
You can't.
is
I can't hear your
something
tone
else.
from chatting.
Okay.
Like chatting
I
on
like
the
to
phone,
hear.
yeah,
I can
the
pick.
call.
It's easy for me to pick energy from.
Okay, so
your
why I
voice.
asked for security is that I mean I have a lot of female friends who when they gist me about guys who saying come over or can I come over, the first thing they think about is security. I had to sit one of them down and say, you know what, you have to be comfortable. The same guy who can harm you in a split seconds can pretend for a year and have you and still harm you.
Absolutely.
So it has to do with that. It's about your comfort. Are you comfortable? Are you at peace?
Exactly.
Are you at peace? If
What's
you,
your sixth sense telling you?
I mean, I was telling a friend, if I had a younger sister, I don't have. If I did have a younger sister, honestly, there's some mistakes she will not make. That's why my wife's younger sister, my sister-in-law, she's gaining a whole lot from having me around, because there are mistakes that she's in school and she calls me and this guy, I will just know. I'm a G. I will just say, hey, babe, just be like this. In fact, okay, so in her school, she actually put me as her guardian, as her parent, put my number. So if she's leaving school on premise, I can actually call and say, yeah, it's fine. But again, I know the true state of where she's going to. I know everything about what she's doing. So there's some calls she'll tell me she's had. I'm like, I know this one. Just I know. I mean, I'm a G, so I know where he's going to. Do you understand? So I think it's important that, and again, it's not about duration. Again, like I said, I met my wife. I think I'm saying it for the first. I met her on Instagram, and we met 2 weeks later physically, or 1 week later, face to face, and she's my wife. So there's no determinant factor.
Yeah,
As
That's
to
vibe now.
as to if you just go to him after 1 week, you're cheap, or is that no?
No, it's not. It's not. Is it a case of being cheap?
There are people also
Some people
who
say
think
that all
like
the time. Like, people
Play
say
hard.
things like,
Some people
when
do.
people say things like, oh, don't have sex on the first date and all those kind of things.
It actually
Play
doesn't count,
It's a vibe.
because somebody can see that hard bar. I know who has gone to the introduction just to knock.
Yes.
The girl was where we were 7. The copper girl was prim and proper. I mean, to what I even asked, guy, did you have to do all of these things to hurt somebody's daughter? But in a very stupid defense, why should they play hard? If you play hard, you leave her mother babes. They didn't play hard. Did you have to? And when we're telling this babe that these moves don't really make sense. When the girl is in love, rub it.
Don't advise her.
See, let the heavens fall. There's nothing you're out.
Don't advise.
7, and we're all coppers. And she's a copper too. But the guy was not a copper. He's a banker.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was 7 in the back. And Baba, she couldn't withstand it.
You know your story about bankers.
The guy arranged boss
They not wanna.
that brought people
Good.
for introduction. He arranged boss.
That means
Everything was like everything. We didn't even know it was, because again, when it was not materializing into introduction, we thought, we not try, we're trying to spoil this girl's chances, but we're feeling somehow.
So you didn't marry this girl?
When it busted, I think everything was a lie. Just maybe after that introduction, she
open
lose her guard, but everything that happened,
Okay.
and bam, move.
Evil human being. Evil human being.
So do you have to go that far? There are people who I know, somebody who have denied everybody. He doesn't have a wife, doesn't have a child, does not see. Have denied everything.
That's true.
And I'm saying,
That's common in
Abuja,
this part
there are
of
babes who would still be with you if you
have all these
It's like,
things.
yes.
Yes.
In fact, a senior friend told me, Danny's when you get married, the advances increase. He did not lie. See, he did not lie.
And they came.
This
And they
Abuja-
spoke right.
Came.
See your berets. See your
that
berets.
are comfortable, especially Gwarimpa, that are
Ah,
comfortable.
what's the meaning of this?
They are working. They have their hustle.
Danny
Probably
Sokwe.
they're bankers or we're working.
Okay, they don't mind at all.
They have their car. Probably living in one bed, comfortable.
I should move out of Gary. I will move.
Yeah,
Because you guys have ruined our reputation.
Are staying.
If I'm with family people, but go back. Then it's
But
All right,
the thing is,
but-
I don't believe in playing hard to get. I don't.
Oh, it's hard to get. If you like somebody, like the person. But I'm
No, but
just
you have to
saying.
play hard to get.
Not.
Eh?
I think there's a balance.
playing
No,
hard
because
to
we
get.
see how men behave.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Men often, I don't want to say, I'm saying often because not all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have some kind of intention that isn't so pure.
Very crooked.
So there's nothing wrong with playing hard to get. But I do believe that this thing, I always tell my friends, no one should come to me with man and woman wahala. Because there's no formula to this thing.
That's-
There's
it's
no
true,
book.
there's no
Forget all these people that
formula,
write
yes.
this book. They are just writing books
Of course.
to make money.
There are so many
No one.
stories.
There's so many ways. There's some people they can engage today, marry tomorrow, everything will be great. Some people can date for 10 years,
And
marry
nothing comes
nothing.
out.
Do you know,
Breaks.
it's so many. It's so fluid. It doesn't matter. So
it
for me,
depends on the side
that's just
you
what it is.
get.
I think everyone should just
It's just, I
go
think,
into
Yes.
things.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's just vibe.
Just
If you
enjoy
vibe with
yourself.
somebody, that's it.
Exactly, and
So
know
I,
your
like I
voice.
said, the time frame, you can come to my house. I can meet you today, and I'm comfortable enough for you to.
But
If you are comfortable,
are you more comfortable for the guy coming over?
yes, now.
Let me ask you.
You're in my area.
Are you comfortable him coming over
Yes.
than you going over?
He's in my area. He can't do anything to me there.
No, it's not about even anything. It's about moves.
What kind of move? I'm in my safe space.
So you saying you cannot fall for moves in your safe place?
That is okay. The Lord will draw me out.
So there are two. Wait. So there are two spaces. If you were, I'm not now. Let's leave rape and force out of the conversation. Let's say smooth talk.
Smooth talk.
Let's say.
If I'm in your house,
Let's say
then it's okay.
hands moving.
Wait, if
Let's
I'm
say
in-
you're not going to joking. Now
That is so creepy.
put your hands on
Hey,
my
if I'm at your place, that is okay. I would just be forced to stay there
In
and
one
keep
place.
listening
So
to
you
you.
people- you
The
people
only place I
is-
can go to, apart from where you are, is please can I go to the restroom? But if I'm in my place,
Yes.
you start talking all those things, I will say, God, just help me now.
You
I
walk
can
out.
go.
You go.
You go.
I'll
Go.
tell you
Go.
now.
Yeah,
Listen,
my
everybody-
space.
So what's up?
I mean, these are the things. Whatever it
also-
is.
man.
But also, what's your take on? I mean, also, what's your take on? Because of your bad experiences, because of how you've had bad experiences in the past, and then you meet some new guy, and you're taking it all out. I mean all out now. Like you are not even giving him a chance to even say something, or even express. Just listen first. All of you are, in quote, bastards. You get out. You are heartbreakers and everything and stuff like that. And I mean, such people feel like, because again, honestly, I met someone before I met my wife, and that was the story. And I got really angry. I was angry because, excuse me, one, I'm not responsible. True, for God, a man, I can say it on radio anywhere. I never break anybody's hearts. I never.
No, unknowingly.
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 All the relationships that ended, now them end them. and it'll be me. And
Is he? You
need a
remember you told me
second
something.
story.
It'll be me.
Now
and
the
them
second
wait.
side to
Now
the story.
them end
Them.
that.
Them.
Did you
Give
you
them
know,
reason
reason.
to end it? Well, you know, you said something already. That
There are two sides to
you
the
say you don't have to
story.
tell the lady that you want to end it. You frustrate her till she say, "I'm
Yes,
not. I'm
but
not doing
that's-
anymore."
but
sides
And then
to
you're
the
happy.
story.
But that's not my
And you
story.
go, "You're
But that's
smiling."
not my story. What I'm saying is, there's no story. There's nothing I didn't. Okay, no problem. Don't come over. Let's meet up. I will say to you. Let's hang out. But he even turned to get out one thing, and I got really pained because true, I cannot reap what I did not sow. I did
How
not
do you
sow.
know you
there.
also did it?
I did not sow. I sure.
Unconsciously.
I did not
Might
sow.
have.
You get is he right?
No, it's not right.
Anton said, look
It's
at me.
absolutely not right. But it happens both ways. Even right now, you're speaking from the a male point of view towards a woman.
Yeah.
Men also do that. Men also suffer heartbreak. Forget all this. Men suffer heartbreak worse than us. That's why most men are bad, because the one woman they loved did them anyhow, and that's why they're now
Rebound
ruining
another
people's
one.
children. That's the reason.
And they're not frolicking.
Precisely. So for me, I think it's a matter of each relationship should be seen as an individual variable. Just you enter it. Yeah, of course, you're always going to have some experiences in the back of your mind, but try to enter each relationship on its own. The issue here is, as human beings, we're stubborn. After 1, 2, 3 times someone is doing you some kind of disrespect, why are you still there chasing her?
So go.
She has told you, leave me, free me now.
And we have less than 4 minutes.
Sure.
Are you seeing someone?
Am I seeing someone? No, I'm single.
You're single.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Are you
and
sure?
are
Wait.
are
Then
you-
don't proceed.
Okay.
She says she's keeping her things private.
No, that's not. So
Is it-
I'm not married.
We don't have to
I'm not
know.
married.
We
He
don't have
said,
to
am
know
I
the
single
person
now?
until
He
she
said,
decides to
he
let
said,
us
am I
know.
single? I'm not
I said, are
married.
you seeing
Oh,
someone?
okay.
Seeing someone, my eyes walk now.
Guys,
You're playing.
Anto, are you in a
You're playing.
relationship?
No, I'm not in a relationship.
Are you open to a relationship?
Who isn't? Is it your kind of
No,
person?
the people who know, you don't know what she's gone through, and she's saying, well, after this, I think I'll take a break.
No, I think I'm open to one. I'm not seeking one. I'm not going outside saying.
I know, yeah, but
"Hello."
you're open
But sure,
for.
someone, sure, why not?
Okay, so let's move away from that now. Do you have a PVC?
Of course, me.
Oh my
Are you
God.
voting?
You don't know. You wait. Why are you asking? You know she's
Zoom.
she's like a very strong advocate for getting your PVCs and voting.
Oh
Please,
my.
Nigerians.
Zoom. Wow.
Please, February 25th and March 11th, we have 2 elections that we all must
Must
vote in.
vote.
Bust my
Simple.
head.
Very
as
simple.
that.
So where you
After
voting?
Ouchie.
Ouchie.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
And one final question.
Sure.
Would you want to let out who you are voting for?
Actually, for president,
Yes.
I believe I'm they call it a silent or an uncertain voter. I believe I know who I'm voting for, but I am a little bit unsure. But for all the other positions, senator,
yeah.
my state is not doing governor right now.
Governorship, yeah.
Senator, House of
Rep.
Reps, Assembly, I know who I'm voting for, 100%.
Okay, and there's something you want to let public.
I want to let
For
it public.
president.
For president, that's the time I'm unsure. I have to.
Because when we interviewed Efe, he came out public with his own.
Sure,
a
which
couple
is
of other
great.
personalities.
Some people
and
will.
influencers like you
Sure.
have been very private with it, which we respect. that. So if you want to let that private, it's fine.
Sure, no, like I said, I have 2 people that I'm considering.
And you're still considering it's
I'm
less
still
than-
considering.
it's-
It is less than.
And so it's less than 19
100%. I'll tell you
days.
why. I'm considering because honestly, I don't. As someone who, because of my stance, everyone knows I've been pushing for getting your PVC for the beginning of time. So because of who I am, what I've been doing, I don't want to I don't want to confuse people. Because I'm in this space, I understand. For some reason, people carry influencers' words as if it's gold.
Yes.
Oh, I get
But
that.
it's gold.
I
no,
get
you're-
that.
It's
you're
not,
influencers.
bro. It's not gold.
You're influencing
It's
people.
like an
let me
opinion,
explain to
just
you.
like-
Dude, it's not gold. And that's the thing I try to tell. I like, because I'm so passionate in this subject, I tell people politics is a game. For me, my job is to ensure that every Nigerian practices their civic duty. That's my job. My job is to tell you to vote. For you to understand how your vote affects you and your family. Who I want, it's different than who it will be beneficial in the north. Let's be honest. Let's call this.
Yes.
Let's be for real here. Who may benefit me may be different than who may benefit someone in the east, in the north, blah 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 blah. So that's the reason for me. I'm still, between 2 candidates. I'm still trying to. I know people go like, I'm sure Anto is this, bro. It is what it is. I'm saying what
But
I'm
you think
saying.
the pain and come out on that day in the sun.
No, I will come out and vote on that. I think on that day I'll probably say who I voted for because it's too
Yeah.
late at that
Okay.
point.
We're
But
looking forward to that.
I'm
But I'm
still.
thinking of the fact that you would deliberately take out that stress.
It's not stress.
Yes.
It's not
It's not stress. It's your future. Then it's
I
different.
like the fact that she's stressing it. Just so that
No,
someone listens
it's not stress.
and knows that
It's not
serious
stress.
business.
Voting is your let me explain. Voting is your civic duty. We didn't send our parents to go and knock, but they born us. We didn't tell them to go and burn
But we
Nigeria,
can choose
but we are
who we
Nigerians.
are.
You get, we're Nigerians. So
Yes.
as long as we are living Nigerians, we have a role to play in this country,
Yes,
and it's called
please.
civic duty. The number one action of your civic duty is to vote. Once you're 18 and above, you should be voting. There's people that are going to go to that polling unit that are taking wheelchair. So me that my leg they can't pay, I won't go and vote. God forbid.
Anyways, it's been so amazing to have you here.
Yup.
Yes, it's been really amazing, and we hope to have more of you.
Sure. The
Please.
plan is to be in Abuja more often, guys.
Are you serious?
That is the plan.
So yes, the girlfriends show.
Anto,
We'll
please.
tell you if we have Auntie. We'll tell you if we have Anto in the studio again
Yeah, we'll let you
on
know.
Friday. We'll let you know. But in the meantime, it's Eagles 102.3. Your radio experience you can count on. It's
Right.
Matha right here. It's
Danny Sucre.
and Anthony Lekki, of course.
Thanks for having me.
The prettiest. So yes, thank you.